The human body is a remarkable engine, but it has limits. When temperatures plummet, our internal furnace struggles. The first signs, shivering, numb fingers and toes, a quiet warning. The body sacrifices extremities to protect its core, pulling warmth inward. Blood vessels constrict, creating a false sense of security before real danger sets in. Imagine a lone hiker caught in a sudden blizzard. Shivering burns energy, but when it stops, the body is losing its battle. Confusion and poor judgment follow. Sometimes victims feel warm and remove clothing, a tragic final mistake. The cold claims us quietly, not with a roar, but a whisper. Survival isn't about brute strength or fighting the cold head-on. The environment's ability to absorb our heat is infinite. Instead, survival depends on understanding thermodynamics as they apply to our bodies. Knowledge, preparation, and respect for nature's power are essential. Nature is impartial. It doesn't care about our plans if we're unprepared. The key isn't to battle the elements, but to manage the precious heat our bodies produce. This shift in perspective is the first crucial step towards survival. Our bodies generate warmth through metabolism, a gentle, constant fire. The mistake is thinking we fight the cold. In reality, we manage heat loss. Cold is simply the absence of heat, and our environment relentlessly draws warmth away. Survival is about slowing this transfer, keeping our heat close, maintaining thermal equilibrium. Every action must be judged. Does it conserve or waste body heat? Building a shelter costs energy, but saves more heat in the long run. We're not fighting the cold. We're managing our inner fire against the vast cold outside. 4 pillars govern our warmth: heat, air, moisture, and space. Heat is our metabolic energy, fueled by food and hydration, conserved by efficient movement. Air, specifically trapped air, is our best insulator. Still, air pockets in clothing or shelter slow heat loss. Moisture is the enemy. Water conducts heat away rapidly. Even slight dampness ruins insulation. Most moisture comes from sweat, so managing perspiration is critical. Staying dry is staying alive. Space refers to the geometry of clothing and shelter. Too large, and heat is wasted; too tight, and insulation is compressed. Proper management of space concentrates heat where it's needed. These pillars are interconnected. Neglect one, and the system fails. Eat well, move efficiently, trap air, stay dry, and manage your space. Mastering these basics is the secret to winter survival. Every decision should reinforce these 4 principles. Ignore them, and even the best gear won't save you. Respect them, and you can thrive in the coldest places on Earth. For millennia, the Inuit and Sami have thrived in extreme cold by mastering the 4 pillars. The Inuit igloo is a marvel, dome-shaped, with a cold-trapping entrance and raised sleeping platforms, using snow's trapped air for insulation. Their layered caribou skin clothing traps warm air and sheds snow, while fur-lined hoods protect the face. The Sami's lavu tent sheds wind and snow, with a vent for smoke and moisture. Reindeer hide footwear, stuffed with grass, keeps feet dry and warm. These cultures show survival is about working with nature, not against it. Their wisdom is timeless. manage heat, air, moisture, and space. Modern survival draws directly from their ancient knowledge. Shelter isn't just a box. It's a carefully designed microclimate. A compact, rounded shelter concentrates warmth. Oversized spaces waste energy. Raised sleeping platforms or thick insulation beneath you prevent heat loss to the ground, which is a relentless heat sink. Even the best shelter fails if you lie directly on snow or frozen earth. Use pine boughs, dry leaves, or spare clothing to create a thick insulating layer. The gold trap air beneath you, slowing heat loss. Many have perished by neglecting ground insulation. Shelter shape and ground insulation are as vital as walls and roofs. Survival depends on managing every surface that touches your body. Never underestimate the ground's power to steal your warmth. Moisture is the silent enemy in winter survival. Sweat soaks insulation, turning warmth into a liability. Regulate body temperature by dressing in layers you can adjust before activity. Prevent sweating. It's easier than drying clothes in the cold. Shelters need ventilation. Without it, your breath's moisture condenses, chilling the interior. A small vent hole keeps the air dry and warmer. Cotton is dangerous. It absorbs water and loses insulation. Wool and synthetics wick moisture and insulate even when damp. Choose fabrics wisely. Your life may depend on it. Moisture management is as important as heat retention. Clothing is your first shelter, an adaptable system built on layering. The base layer wicks sweat away. Wool or synthetics work best. The mid-layer traps heat with loft. Fleece, wool, or down, if dry. The shell blocks wind and moisture, but should breathe to let sweat escape. Multiple thin layers offer more control than one thick garment. Adjust layers to match activity and conditions. Windproof, water-resistant shells prevent rapid heat loss. If the base layer fails, the system collapses. Proper layering is the foundation of winter survival. Dress smart, and your clothing becomes a portable microclimate. Imagine a soldier stranded in a brutal winter night. He moves deliberately, ventilating to avoid sweat as he builds a snow cave. The shelter is small, with an upward-sloping entrance to trap warm air. He insulates the floor with pine boughs, creating a barrier against the frozen ground. A ventilation hole prevents moisture build-up inside. His wool uniform traps heat, his coat blocks drafts. He's not warm, but he's stable. His body's furnace can keep pace with the cold. He's applied the 4 pillars: heat, air, moisture, and space. Survival isn't about fighting the cold, but outsmarting it. Every action is methodical, conserving energy and warmth. This is the art of winter survival, knowledge in action. The difference between life and death is understanding, not equipment. Master the principles and you create a bubble of life in the cold. Winter survival wisdom is ancient and universal. From Roman soldiers to Mongol horsemen, the same principles appear: insulate from the ground, trap heat, layer clothing, manage moisture. This knowledge is more valuable than any gear. Self-monitoring, adjusting layers, recognizing early signs of cold is a practiced skill. The greatest responsibility is to share these lessons. Teach others to layer, build shelters, and respect the cold. In passing on this knowledge, we honour our ancestors and empower the next generation. Survival is not just about enduring winter. It's about understanding and respecting the world around us.